Sophia here. Today Mom and I have decided to visit the chapel of the Miraculous Medal. This chapel is where the Blessed Mary appeared to Saint Catherine Labouré in 1830, and she requested the creation of the medal, which came to be known as the Miraculous Medal. This chapel was part of the mother house of the daughters of Saint Vincent of Paul, and Saint Vincent created the charity to assist with the many orphan children left behind by war and revolutions in the 18th century. His most dedicated nun was Saint Louise de Mauriac, who's featured right here with the little hat called the cornet. And we arrived at the right time actually, because they were reciting the rosary, so I'm gonna leave you at that. It's said that the medal cured over thousands from the cholera outbreak in the late 1800s, and right here is actually a relic of Saint Vincent of Paul. In that little gold box you see right here at the bottom is his preserved heart. Now the big deal about this is that his heart is said to be incorrupted, meaning that it never decayed. And when Catherine Labouré had the apparition of the Virgin Mary, she actually saw Saint Vincent of Paul's heart in many colors. And when you look at the medal, and I'm going to insert a little picture here, you get to see two different hearts that were apparitions of Saint Vincent of Paul to Catherine Labouré, in addition to the Blessed Virgin Mary. So this is a pilgrimage site. And when you go outside, there's hundreds of taxis and buses. People with all sorts of ailments come here. They get holy water. They plunge their chaplet and rosary bead in the holy water. They buy the Miraculous Medal. It's kind of like a mini Lourdes, but it's in the middle of Paris. And this is Saint Louise de Mauriac. She was the number one, I guess, with Saint Vincent of Paul, and it's said that she is also incorrupted, but what you're going to see is not an actual body, it's a representation of her made of wax, very similar to Saint Therese of Little Flower in Lisieux, but she's buried right underneath there in that big base, that marble base. So we just left the shrine, and that was really interesting. We saw an American college that came in to visit, and they had the priest with them, and they went for a private mass. So we enjoyed that, but it was really, really good. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. But we're moving along. This is Le Bon Marché. This is a department store, but we're not going to see the clothes because it's all Chanel and stuff like that. I'm not interested in that. I don't know if you are, but you have the same at home. But this you don't have. This is the Gourmet food shop. So it's all high-end French gourmet food. Let's check it out. Alright, so these are all chocolates. Milk chocolate, salted chocolate, chocolate with nuts. All of this is all chocolate. And then they have the chocolate for tourists, of course. $10 with a little Eiffel Tower. So I did buy some mariage frère tea because I'm out of one of them and I'm trying a new one, and I have two jams. One is a bourbon and the other one is an Earl Grey tea jam, so I'm bringing that back to the house. Chez Carrefour. These old biscuits that we got from the last time. They're really good, but they're really pricey. They're like $8 a box now. These are jarred stews. So there's a beef stew, a veal stew. It's a little bit pricey. I don't know who buys this stuff, but wow. So I got my tea. Mom's not happy because of the prices that they practice in that store. It's insane, it really is. Now the tea is 50% off here compared to what I pay it when I order it through Amazon. I'm better off buying it when I come here and buy a lot of it, so that way I have supply like a backup for quite some time. And same thing with the jelly, but anything else is so outrageously expensive. Like they had chocolate bars for $9. I don't think so. You know, I mean, you could like spend easily $200 on barely anything in there. I don't know who shops there. But anyway, so we're walking around, we're going back home, but we're gonna walk through the 6th and 5th district. So we are here in Saint-Sulpice and we are in the 6th district of Paris. I had never seen it before and found out quite a few tidbits. For instance, this is actually the second largest church in Paris, Notre Dame being the largest. I didn't know that. The construction was started under Louis XIV in 1646 and it ended in the 18th century. The interior is a Baroque interior, and the dome, which you're going to see in a second, was painted in 1734. What's interesting about it, and again, I know that the murals that you're going to see in a minute were painted by Eugène Delacroix, and that's the same guy who painted this very famous painting, also known as Liberty Leading Its People. So I found out quite a lot about this. There's 102 stops on the organ. It's one of the largest organs in Europe. It's a beautiful original organ. Of course, it gets renovated every so often, and they do a lot of concert there. So here are the murals that were painted by Delacroix. The Marquis de Sade was baptized here, and Victor Hugo was married here as well. So in a second, you're going to see the famous rose line, and that's the line that was featured in the Da Vinci Code. And just a heads up, it's all wrong in the book. The rose line, here it is, was actually a mark for the time of the equinox, and that was built at the same time. It actually shows you when the sun shines on it when Easter time has come, so that's really what it's for. So the book is all wrong. This is Saint Faustina. She's actually very famous here in the US, in the Italian community, not so much in France. I'm not sure why, but these are relics and these are actual bone fragments from Saint Faustina.